Orson, hi. I just want to say before we begin what a huge fan I am. Citizen Kane changed my life.
Is that why you're directing voice actors in children's animated cartoon pictures now? I cause this?
We're all just really big fans for your work, is all.
Fine. I'm only doing this to fund my new project. It's an all-Samoan adaptation of The Taming of the Shrew. Now, what is this garbage I'm meant to be reading for you today?
Well, it's called Garfield and Friends. It's a cartoon spin-off of the popular comic strip. We'd like you to start off with the commercial rejoinders. Top of page 1.
Fine. We now return to Garfield and Friends.
Sorry, that was,
What? What was wrong with that?
Yeah, it's just, could you emphasize the Garfield? He's sort of the star of the show. The friends aren't quite as important.
But of course they are. If you're calling the show Garfield and Friends, it's obvious the friends are just as important. It stands to reason, ipso facto.
Well, I mean, we only thought... You know what? It's fine. You're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm an auteur, you silly man. My commercial rejoinders are without parallel. When Orson Welles tells you, now we return to Garfield and Friends, you'd better damn well believe we're returning to Garfield and Friends, and no mistake.
Yes, let's move on from that, Orson. Try reading for the cat. Page 4.
For this Garfield? Very well. I hate Mondays. Go away, Odie. Where is my lasagna? This cat, it's a cat, isn't it? I have no reference here. He's quite gluttonous then, quite a large cat.
Well, yes, it's a very popular comic.
Well, you may not have noticed this, as it's a fairly subtle fact. But I'm not exactly svelte myself these days. The man you saw in Kane and Ambersons was consumed, the late-night comedians tell me, by a much larger man. I've tried my best to conceal this fact with the finest capes money can buy, but the fact remains, I'm not in any way small. You want me to read for this large cat? Well, it's insulting is what it is.
Orson, no, Garfield is the star, you see. We want to be sure that our most esteemed cast member tries reading for our most important part.
Quite the lasagna fiend, this feline. I thought tomatoes were poisonous for cats.
All right, Orson, let's take it from normal.
Normal, get away from my lasagna, then.
Sorry, Orson, we're having a bit of a hard time. If you could please just take the cigar out of your mouth.
I don't see how it matters. The writing on this program is atrocious.
Yes, well, we work with what we have, Orson.
It's also, the more I look this material over, it seems quite similar to a show called Heathcliff, of which I'm a great fan. Listen to this. I have a tape recorder with me on my person, at the considerable expense of my personal comfort, I can assure you. This is 1984, after all. It's not easy for a man to carry an audio recording around with him in this day and age, but this is delightful. Listen to this.
Yes, that's,
Now that is a show. Do you know what Heathcliff is about? It's all about this streetwise cat who spends most of his time trying to turn a dustbin over onto people's heads. That's fantastic. This is garbage. I mean, listen to this. I'm going to mail you to Abu Dhabi.
This isn't Heathcliff, Orson. Jim Davis has created a more soft, cuddly alternative to the usual alley cat character. He's lazy, he's a bit mean to the other pets, but he's ultimately lovable. And, of course, we have the friends in Garfield and Friends.
Yes, who are the friends in Garfield and Friends? Pray enlighten me.
Yes, well, if you turn to the back half of the script, you'll see. We were going to have you read for some of those later on.
Well, let's see here. You have an egg that walks around on its own. That doesn't make a lick of sense. Then you have this pig character whose name... No! I can't do it. No amount of money is worth it. No amount of money is worth it. My integrity is a fine... I just want you all to know how thrilled I am to be a part of this.
Thank you, Orson. It's a real pleasure to hear.
To be working with professionals again, and such talent. Gentlemen, you have brought a smile to one of the finest actors of his day.
Very glad to hear it, Orson. Now, if we could just move on to the...
Of course. It's just very exciting to me to be working with such material. Watch out, Heathcliff. Don't eat that fish bone.
That was it, huh?
Well,
I thought this guy was supposed to be good.